Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is great to have you back, and I am glad to be back. Yeah, we have some exciting news for you today. We are gonna cover some of the fundamentals, some of the news out there, and most importantly, some of the technical analysis, so you can make the best decisions you can in your investments. The crypto market is looking real hot these days, and there's a lot to talk about, a lot to cover today. We're gonna, take a little trip back and look at some of the historical perspective and try to figure out what can we expect in the month of August. So please hit that subscribe for me, turn on all notifications so you don't miss a beat. And if you wouldn't mind, hit that like for me. Help get this video out to more investors who might need to hear this stuff. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so thanks for joining. Thanks for coming back. And let's jump right in. Bitcoin has seen more than 18% returns in the month of July, which is above the month's historical average return of around 11%. So, what can we elucidate from historical trends to determine how Bitcoin might perform in the month of August? With so much regulation and FUD in the air, it is a market environment like we have never seen before. But the truth is that cryptocurrencies have gained strong momentum for institutional and mainstream adoption over the past 6 months. Oftentimes, the market will follow patterns on a micro and macro level. However, history does not always provide us with a clear indication of future results, but it may just rhyme enough to give us some insight into what we need to look out for. So today we're just going to try to take a look at some historical trends, some of the recent data in the markets, and try to figure out what can we expect in the month of August for some returns. If you are not a Bitcoin investor, but an altcoin investor, this video also pertains to you. As you know, Bitcoin is the market driver. So Bitcoin's performance during Q3 has been all over the map in past years. So just to be completely transparent, historical precedents might not be a reliable indicator in this case, but it cannot hurt to speculate on what we might expect over the next month. So first, I'm going to start with Bitcoin's volatility, and I put together a couple slides that we can kind of walk through here. And yeah, Bitcoin's volatility has been slightly down as of late. And it could drift lower heading into the rest of the month. And so this is something that we might need to consider as we, as we start to pour our money into this investment. As we can see from this table, which was provided by Kraken Intelligence, August is typically not a high-performing month for Bitcoin. What we see here is that the annual trends for August is that August tends to be the second worst performing month on record, with an average and median monthly return of around 2% to around -7%, respectively. In fact, since 2011, August has outperformed July on only 3 occasions. So, not the best month in history, but again, this market environment is unlike any before. It's just something to consider. And then if we look at Bitcoin's rolling volatility chart, so I wanted to pull this up and wrong one. And so this chart shows us Bitcoin's 30-day rolling volatility in purple, sitting at around let's see here, 76.5%, and quickly approaching its 345-day rolling volatility, shown in the black line. So they're just about ready to meet here, and that is coming in at around 73.1% volatility. So what we can see is we are definitely on a macro uptrend, but what we could expect volatility to drift slightly lower in August before we make a rebound in the coming weeks and months ahead. One thing that I wanted to point out on this chart is that basically using history's rhyming patterns, this graph suggests volatility is on the horizon for Bitcoin. We can also see Bitcoin's overall decreasing volatility over time, and that is in like this red line and then the green lines that follow. We're seeing that Bitcoin is decreasing in volatility as time goes on. Let's see. And these lines on the chart show us that Bitcoin is getting more and more stable as time goes on. In the future, Bitcoin will likely reach a point where it is nice and stable, and the major surges and crazy dips at like 80% will be a thing of the past. Kraken Intelligence also provides us with whale activity in their recent report, and they suggest that whales who hold 1,000 Bitcoin or more began accumulating again in July after Bitcoin dropped down to around $30,000 in June. So what we know for sure is that the quantity of Bitcoin in whale wallets rose significantly after Bitcoin bounced at 30K on July 20th. So this ongoing accumulation tells us that whales are expecting further upside from the current price, and Bitcoin's immediately available market supply is falling very, very quickly. This is a good sign from the fundamental side of the markets. Bitcoin has also seen an increase in overall media attention as well. This week, it has received over 43,675 articles and news blasts, mostly regarding crypto regulations. We took a slight dip there when the market crashed, but so we're on our way back upward, which is a good sign. It's a good indicator of overall sentiment. And that's really what I'm trying to paint a picture here of volatility and market sentiment, because they often go hand in hand. Taking a look at the number of newer wallet addresses for Bitcoin, which is also a good indicator. We can also see that we have bounced at the 337,000 wallet address mark and are due for a surge upward as the price continues to appreciate. We went through this downtrend during the recent dip, but I do believe we're going to see further upside as we continue to move on through this next leg up in the bull market. Notice how high new addresses were created during an impulse wave. Especially here in 2018, we can see that how many new wallet addresses were created during that bull market. We have, seen a marked decline in new addresses since the recent dip, and this is a good indication that overall sentiment is changing. The Fear and Greed Index, the Fear and Greed Index confirms the basic trend we were just talking about, which sits at around 36, mid-range fear, which continues to permeate the market at this time, which is a great sign considering the market was at a range of around 24, which was extreme fear just a week ago. So market's definitely moving towards greed, which is a really good thing. One thing that I always think about when the markets are very fearful, I am buying like crazy. When the markets are very greedy, I am selling. So buy the fear, sell the greed. All right, so let's turn to some technicals. I did take some screenshots today just to make it easier for me to keep track of what I'm talking about instead of clicking through each one. So I'm going to start with Cardano today and give a brief rundown on recent Cardano development. We have basically entered the next phase of development with Cardano. The Alonzo White hard fork, the Alonzo White hard fork upgrade has been completed, paving the way for smart contract integrations. This innovative Alonzo network, this Alonzo network upgrade is a key step as the project moves towards the full launch release date at the end of this month. With the White hard fork complete, Cardano is now functional for integration with most DeFi applications, allowing the network to be a genuine alternative to Ethereum. This competitive edge will continue to pave the way for greater adoption. The Alonzo Blue hard fork was the first to incorporate smart contract features to a select few users. Alonzo White hard fork's successful implementation has extended this feature to an even larger number of network users, 500 of whom have been given access to the feature as validators for the testnet. The IOHK development team are now in the process of testing and tweaking the upgrade, ensuring it functions perfectly on the Alonzo mainnet. On August 3rd, BlockSwap Network reported that that IOHK-sponsored C Fund has invested $500,000 in its platform, which offers fixed income DeFi products with an automated staking liquidity platform for proof-of-stake chains. The funding will help BlockSwap integrate ADA into its new Open Saver account, which will basically offer a 7% return through a bonded asset market that will be based on BlockSwap's investment in various POS cryptocurrencies. On July 29th, the Occam Association, which builds its Occam finance ecosystem, Cardano's smart DeFi layer, announced that C Fund has made a strategic investment. It said OccamFi is a suite of DeFi solutions tailor-made for Cardano. So that's pretty much it for the updates on Cardano. ADA is looking to form a bullish structure similar to the consolidation phase it experienced during the March, April, and May of this year, which drove the crypto asset to local highs against Bitcoin. ADA has been trending higher over the past 2 weeks, gaining more than 40% as the crypto markets have started to rebound from the collapse in May. While we are still making a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows, there might be a chance that we're going to test support once again, creating a bullish divergence, and then at a later stage, making the breakout towards a new impulse wave. Here on the ADA USD chart, we can see some noticeable bullish price action in the making. After the bearish move down across the crypto market, price began to correct and form an HTF structure. We can see price made several attempts to break below the $1 mark, but failed to continue lower. When we see a clear double bottom within the HTF structure and a bullish reversal impulse up, we can expect to break above the overall structure. So we're definitely looking to see further price surges. Now that the price has formed a right shoulder in this inverse head and shoulder pattern reversal, I am seeing a good sign for further upside. Watch for some clear bullish continuation, correction on the LTF, and expect to push the price up to the previous swing highs at our previous local peak. Moving on to Ethereum. The Ethereum London upgrade was completed on Thursday without incident, nudging the spot price higher, while the convincing breakout of the previous range at around 2,500 has enabled ETH to move ever higher. As with Bitcoin, a cluster of prior highs all the way back to 3,000 may slow the next move higher. But current sentiment remains positive, and any pullbacks are likely to be fleeting. Ethereum is also making a corrective move against Bitcoin as ETH finds a foothold to establish a higher low and provide a setup for a continued impulse wave north. So the zero point 0.06 Bitcoin level sitting at around 2,562, and the zero point 0.063 Bitcoin level sitting at around $2,690 are the levels to keep an eye out for. Those two zones are the zones we should be looking for in the ETH BTC pair. But overall, the expectations are, for me personally, that we're going to find ourselves a temporary local peak for Ethereum against Bitcoin. I think I want to jump over to Vechain. As the world continues to develop smart cities, applications such as VTrust continue to create a receptive environment for the cryptocurrency technology and open up further possibilities for blockchain adoption and usage. As a critical trust layer for data, blockchain has the power to fundamentally change how society operates, removing intermediaries and falsities from the vast volumes of data created daily. The potential of immutable, decentralized data is unprecedented, promising to deliver disruption and innovation on a scale not seen since the birth of the internet. VTrust is further proof that blockchain is far more than just a speculative, theoretical, and abstract technology. The adoption and real-world usage of VTrust by the local government in Asia showcases the potential of blockchain as a powerful technological asset, and by proxy signals to the world that the VeChain Thor blockchain is secure, scalable, and ready for deployment as a commercial application layer. VeChain continues to demonstrate why it will help lead the public blockchain revolution and unleash mass adoption of the technology around the globe. So just to give some quick updates on what's going on with VeChain, on the 9th of September in 2020, during the ongoing impact of the COVID-19 pandemic, VeChain, in conjunction with DNV, introduced the blockchain-based risk assessment application called VTrust. Built on the VeChain Thor blockchain, it combines DNV's infection risk management methodology and track record of providing globally recognized compliance standards to help entities manage COVID-19 risk factors. Following adoption by hotels such as Intercontinental Shanghai, NECC, VTrust has been steadily expanding its presence, developing new usage scenarios across various industries in China. Currently, over 200 public areas are onboarded into the VTrust platform. On June 22nd, 2021, during an event held by the People's Government of Suzhou New District, VTrust was showcased as one of the top 10 blockchain applications and was formally acknowledged by officials. In the pursuit of more effective top-down COVID-19 risk management, the local government has been using the VTrust platform to visualize the process of infection risk management for all administrative areas in the district. It covers a total of 95 residential communities and over 300,000 residents, with immutable, trustless proof of hygiene compliance being securely shared with the government daily. VeChain has made considerable gains over the past 2 days, and as we can see from this chart, we are expected to continue to rise up into the 20 to 25 cent mark in this next impulse wave. We do see resistance coming in at 11 cents and 12.5 cents, but so far the market remains strong. And now I am going to just jump into some Nervos because I am super excited about this project, and I hope you guys are too. Nervos, as you guys may already know, cross-chain applications are probably the most critical element for blockchain adoption, and most importantly, to achieve scalability and interoperability. In a recent announcement, swapping protocol Pools Finance has partnered with Nervos Network to integrate their IDO platform to the Pools open source blockchain network to continue their mission to build a cross-chain ecosystem. In the announcement, the Pools team also discussed bringing massive exposure to the Nervos-based projects in terms of a dedicated community of investors looking for exciting projects. Built on top of the Web3 infrastructure, Pools is a decentralized IDO platform that helps different crypto projects attract investors and get funding. On the other hand, Nervos aims to create a blockchain-based public infrastructure system, which will enable users to access cross-chain applications and tokens. Users can access applications and tokens across multiple blockchain networks through the Nervos platform. Additionally, the network also supports a cross-chain ecosystem by allowing developers to import dApp codes from any blockchain and build their applications. By partnering with Nervos, Pools will be able to attain its mission of building a cross-chain ecosystem. It had already integrated previously with many different blockchains and is currently in talks with many more leading blockchain networks. The price of the Nervos Network, or CKB token, is coming in at around 1.26 cents with a 24-hour trading volume of around 21 million USD. Nervos Network is up more than 4% in the last 24 hours. The current coin market cap ranking is number 131 with a live market cap of around 346 million. It has a circulating supply of 27.3 billion. And looking at the chart today, what else can I say? CKB is cranking higher and where it stops, nobody knows. Much of the CKB is in price discovery, although we did have a local peak at around 4.5 cents earlier this year. And I would call that a target as long as, as we continue through this next impulse wave. I would look to test the 50-week SMA as support and move to challenge the 200-week EMA. If we find resistance at the 200, selling pressure from the bears may see us make 2 or 3 attempts before moving higher. Determination from the bulls may push the price surge higher, testing the 3-cent mark before making a brief consolidation and further push to 4 cents. Heavy resistance at the 4.5 cent mark may be overcome with market sentiment, and my prediction at the peak is 8.6 cents in this cycle. However, and that is a big H, however, if we continue to see adoption and partnerships with this project, such as the recent partnership with Cardano, all come to fruition, the CKB price can see further price discovery until well into the 15 and 20 cent zone before the end of this year. So definitely one of the hot projects this year to keep an eye out for. Their team has been academically sound, and they've got some really smart folks working on this project. So I expect big things coming from the Nervos Network this year. So that's pretty much all I've got for you guys today. If you have a coin that you'd like to cover, please do not hesitate to drop me a comment in the chat below. You can also visit my Reddit page at OnChain-Analysis and leave any questions, or just let me know that you'd like to have me cover a certain coin. I'm happy to look at coins like Solana, who right now is at around $39. And continuing to look really, really strong, well above its 50-day moving average. And Polkadot looking, just had a huge price surge this week. And we're right now testing the $21 mark, just looking really, really strong. So Polkadot heading for the $50 mark this year. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Please let me know what you guys want to hear, what you want to see, and I'm happy to oblige. So have yourselves a great weekend and be safe out there.